Right now, Hurricane Milton continues to move off the coast of Florida and into the Atlantic, but not before, leaving a trail of devastation and deaths in its wake.
What we can say is the storm was significant, but thankfully this was not the worst case scenario.
While the storm wasn't as catastrophic as feared, we're now getting a look at the extent of the damage by both wind and water. First responders waded through waist-deep water to rescue people.
And in Tampa, we're getting new images of Tropicana Field, where Milton ripped part of the roof right off the stadium. Good afternoon. I'm David Navarro.
And I'm Sandra Bookman. We also have some breaking news to tell you about this afternoon. Ethel Kennedy has died. We've got a report just ahead. But first, it has been a dramatic 13-plus hours since Milton made landfall. Here's the latest. At least 4 people were killed in a tornado outbreak. At least 36 tornadoes reported.
This giant storm hit Tampa with more than a foot of rain.
Milton knocked out power to more than 3 million customers across the state.
80,000 people escaped to emergency shelters as the storm hit the states.
More than 2,000 flights have been canceled and at least 6 airports closed.
President Biden just briefed on the devastation left behind by the hurricane.
We've got team coverage this afternoon. Brittany Bell has the latest on the forecast. Reagan Maggi is covering the local response. But first, we're going to head to Reena Roy with the situation on the ground in Tampa.
David and Sandra, the storm made landfall just south of here last night. The wind was powerful and the rain was pouring sideways at times. And we are now getting a closer look at the devastation.
People across the state of Florida surveying the damage after a ferocious Hurricane Milton made landfall along the west coast.
The house vibrated when the gusts really picked up.
The storm coming ashore in Siesta Key near Sarasota late Thursday as a Category 3 hurricane, packing powerful winds up to 120 miles per hour and several feet of storm surge, uprooting trees and downing power lines. 3 million customers now without power. In St. Petersburg, a large construction crane collapsing onto a street, damaging another building. Luckily, it had been evacuated, and there are no reports of injuries. Powerful winds causing the roof of Tropicana Field, home of the Tampa Bay Rays, to partially rip off.
This is bad. I've never seen, for all 37 years being in Tampa, I've never seen like this something.
Rescue crews out all morning in boats helping people escape their flooded homes and neighborhoods. At least 38 tornadoes reported before the storm made landfall.
You can see just the devastation around me. All of this, once the contents of a home, everything that was inside is now just in this field. We can see the dishwasher, we can see a microwave, chairs, clothes.
And at this home in Wellington, the front door now blocked by a car lifted and dropped there by the wind. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis says the situation could have been worse.
The storm surge, as initially reported, has not been as significant overall as what was observed for Hurricane Helene.
Florida officials also say 135 officers have been deployed along with thousands of National Guard members. Power crews are working around the clock to get everyone back online. In Tampa, Florida, Reena Roy for Channel 7 Eyewitness News.